for the mental energy. It's an upside down celebration, which means it'll come more easily. Our imaginations will carry us forward. Into a more celebratory way of holding our experiences. You know, a holy dance. A holy dance as we anchor. As we are anchorites of love, the greatest force in the universe, said Albert Einstein. Okay. And you know, this is our dreaminess. This is our dreaminess. Our collecting and anchoring of dreams. Now I'm going to see what the water trine is offering us. What the earth trine is offering us. When I first pulled the cards, all your cards representing you, the card for this deck that was the lovers seemed too polarized to me. It was the gentleman bowing and the woman, you know, being proposed to, kind of, and it just felt a little off to me. So then I drew these two, which show couples and more balanced couples and energies. You know, not saying that everyone has to be, of course, in a heterosexual, heteronormative, you know, way at all. That's what I'm declining from the old card. What I'm saying is that there's a sense of sacred androgyny that may come into the world. And what the sacred androgyny means to me is that we all define ourselves. You know, one of my friends says, you know, there's a gender for each person that lives on this earth. You know, and it's the same with any archetype. We are all expressions of a multiplicity of archetypes. And we understand ourselves best. No one outside us can understand us any better. Oh my goodness, and the water trine. Look what came for the water trine. It's a repeating of a theme of sacred alchemy here on earth. Just, you know, grounded, grounded. I was going to say imperfect in its perfection, but just grounded, We are all beautiful and holy, and can recognize that in each other. The marriage card. Okay. Which is about, you know, structures, ways of housing our joy, our emotions, our emotional lives. Next, I am going to look at what they're down here. What is being offered at this time through Sagittarius by Jupiter. I know Jupiter is currently in Sagittarius, but Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and then again, similarly, Mercury through Gemini, or what's informing you, Gemini, and what's informing you, or what's available to you through that energy, through that connection you have. Gemini with Mercury and Sagittarius with Jupiter. I think I will use... I need a little more room on this table. Okay. Yeah, I'll use... No, I want to use these. I'm going to use the Dreaming Way. And self-reverence is faith. I said that in another video a few weeks ago, one of my videos that's just about the general alignments in the skies. Self-reverence is faith. You know, I put my arm here and I'm thinking, oh, I don't like the way my arm looks when I reach across in front of the camera. Oh my goodness, that is not a worthy thought. You know, don't. Just let yourself be. Just honor yourself in each moment. And that was just an extremely minor example, but we must release any type of negative self-talk. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups comes up for Mercury in Gemini, and it's the consolidation and the reconciliation of ideas that have been separated out. For example, astronomy and astrology. You know, these things that have, and men and women, you know, that have been made so binary, magic and science, that have been made so binary. So this goes to you, this goes to you, and it's separate and it's oppositional and it's harsh and it's strict, and no. There are more connections than we've been allowed to speak of, inhabit, investigate, develop. And here comes this spilling watery, you know, love and an easy flow, you know, the philosophy, the love of knowledge too. The love of knowledge is not categorical. I mean, that can be in service to understanding things, going through categories, archetypes, you know, patterns. I tell my students, you know, we talk about, you know, breaking through stereotypes, artworks that, do they help break through stereotypes, or do they reinforce stereotypes, you know? Do we reinscribe painful stories, or do we move out of them and past them? Are we trapped? Are we trapped in the ways others see us by the categories they put us into? Or do we allow for the mystery and grandeur of each being, you know? And yeah, we allow for that, of each being and each discipline, each archetype, each religion. Okay, and Jupiter, oh my gosh. Oof. 10 of Swords. It's the acknowledgement of suffering. I was going to say it's the end of suffering, but I'm just saying it's the acknowledgement of suffering. It's the acknowledgement of suffering, which, you know, it needs to be acknowledged if it's ever to be hoped to be moved past. Okay, in the world, you as a person, Sag, Gem, at this time. And I will use, what did I just use? Oh, I'll use these. The Happy Tarot. I love her book. Serena Fika is the creator, writer, and illustrator of this deck, and hers is the only book of tarot I've ever seen that finds, you know, where the happiness, where the possibility for happiness lies in any card. In any card you may draw.